Hey, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Amuse Jester. My name is Junior. Today we're going to be unboxing um, three boxes, and they're all from an eBay purchase that I did like in one sitting. I don't know if you're gonna be surprised that I bought this. I know I certainly was surprised, but it was just one of those impulse buys. I was online and I don't know, maybe Facebook or somebody from the Facebook group that I was frequenting put it up, and I was like, man, that looks kind of cool. And every time I look and see at what's kind of cool, I look on eBay, and I came up with not this one, but a whole lot of them. But now these things actually went on sale at Target maybe about a few months ago, maybe a year ago, when it was being phased out, I suppose. I guess it wasn't selling. It was like selling for like 10 bucks. And even though I wasn't into this kind of a scale and this type of thing, I was kind of tempted because originally I think they were like 20 bucks. So to be on sale for 10 bucks, I would be that's not a bad thing. You're probably seeing a few hints of what it is, right? But we have to keep on unboxing. So, well, let me open this up. So if you're not sure what these are from the Mego company. These are the 14-inch Mego DC retro superheroes. I don't know if that's the exact title. I know it's Mego, and I know it's retro. Now I remember when I a long time ago, maybe like 30 years ago, I think in one of those Goodwill stores, and I saw the original version of these that was sold in the late 70s or something like that. It was a Batman and Robin, and they had the magnets on the palm of their hands and their feet. I kept it a long time ago, but it was, even then, and this was in the 1990s, I kind of thought they were kind of hokey, honestly. And even now, 2 years later, when I saw them for sale, the new versions for sale for $10, I kind of think it's hokey, and I still do. I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, why? There is no place for this stuff in my collection, but I ended up buying it anyway. Here's the bigger box of the three. And the reason why I ended up buying is because of this box. This is a lot of Mego figures. Same one. And I think it's a lot of 13 for, I like to say, $100. And look at this. It's a whole freaking box of Mego stuff. And I looked at it, and I looked at the characters that he was offering, this guy who sold it. And it pretty much had all the figures. Now, going back to the story, when I saw this on sale on Target, $9, I thought that's a pretty good price. I mean, even then, a year ago, I was thinking, it's like, when will I ever find action toy figures for $10 again? I mean, there were some at the aisle, or the toy aisle, you know, like the McFarlane Retro Super Friends for like $11 and stuff, but these were $10, and these were big, 14 inches. So these two I bought individually, and they're $26. Yeah, expensive. But this is, I bought this for $100. less than that because the total is 104. So no shipping, and with taxes, it ended up being $104 or $105. But look at everything in this one. Oh, so okay, going back to my story at Target, I was tempted, but they only had 2 figures. They had Batman, I think. This is the reason why I didn't buy Batman, is because look at his how small his head is and how long his neck is compared to the body. I might open this one just to show you guys. Anyway, there was only 2 of them. It's like, I know it's cheap, but only 2 of them, and not one of them is not Superman. I'm not sure, so I didn't buy it. It's like, where would I put that in my collection anyway? I don't have any room for. I still don't have any room for this in my collection. But for $104, and how many do we have so far? 2, 4, 5, 6. Here's the 7th one, which is Batgirl. The 8th one is Flash, and total of 11 figures, guys. 11 figures for 104. That's less than $10 each, right? That's probably like what, $9, $9.10. Poison Ivy, I'm not a big fan of that one. Like, and another Batman. So I think I will open up a Batman just to show you guys what's in this one. The reason why I said I think I'm gonna open Batman is because honestly, I'm not gonna play with these. As far as I know, the articulation of these are not the best, but look, Wonder Woman is classic suit, Superman is classic suit. These are the 2 that I wanted for sure, and I'm gonna keep Batman in the blue suit in the box, and I'm gonna open up the one in the black suit. Now, I think, honestly, look at it. Look at this, guys. Tell me that does not display good. Just in the box. And because they're tall and thin, I can literally just put them up in the wall over there, make them like wallpaper, and just forget them, set them, forget them. The box itself is 15 inches high, 5 inches wide, and 3 inches deep. Doesn't take a lot of space. The cool thing is it has almost all the figures I could want. I'm looking to find what else, which other characters I want. But look, one of the things that really made me want this set is it had Lex Luthor and Zod. Like and he kind of looks like Gene Hackman, the late Gene Hackman, but he's like, his eyes are sideways. I'm not sure if it's showing. So I had this. This is the figure that actually I saw on Facebook, and I said that was kind of cool. So even though these were $25, which I thought was kind of expensive, they're kind of finishing off the figures that I want. I think Black Manta is I don't have, and so I'm gonna try to get him. I didn't really want the Joker. Not this one anyway. I think there's a different kind of a Joker that I wanted, more classic looking. Definitely wanted Wonder Woman, even though she looks hokey. And Batgirl. I really didn't want Poison Ivy. But okay, so I'm gonna open up the Batman because I have no idea how these guys articulate, and I have no idea what to expect, except what I'm seeing right now. But I was really tempted at one point, maybe like 5 years ago, to get the 8-inch version of Mego, specifically the one that was dealing with the Super Friends. I thought those kind of look cool. They're really toyish, but at the same time, they're very evocative of the Super Friends thing. You know, kind of like it's a kid's show, it's a kid's toy, and everything. This actually wasn't really that bad looking. There was a few things that I wasn't too impressed with, and a few things that made me stop. to buy them, because technically I could have just swapped this to a different body. The first thing that made me stop to buy them is the legs. Very hollow, very thin plastic, and it's one solid piece. There's no articulation on the legs. I believe you can remove them. Yes, you can. So, and that's how it looks. But look, it has an articulation on the ankle. There's nothing sideways. It's just up and down, up and down. But I guess it won't even need it because it's just for putting on the shoe, right? The second one is the gauntlet. Because remember, I saw this at Target, so I was judging the whole line by this thing. Regardless of the articulation, I'm like, man, that's kind of hokey. But then I was like, okay, it's still kind of acceptable. Still kind of acceptable. Then I saw this head, man. Look at how small that head is. If only they had taken the time and the effort to make that head look good, I would have been, okay, I'll buy it. $10, who knows, who cares? Like the Superman head is a little bit better. The Batman head is awful. And he was the one I was going off on. And this one looks like it's just rubber, like in the articulation of the waist. It's like basic Mego style. This, it looks like it's also being held by rubber tension as well. But like, you don't need a lot of, I didn't need it. Not for something like this, well, not for $10, but at least I needed a better looking head. But anyway, and yeah, I was thinking, man, for $10, $10 just for the clothing is worth it, I could figure out a way if I really want to mess around with the body, maybe get something. I don't know where I'm gonna get a 14-inch body, maybe, but, and I can forgive this, but that head, man, it's just freaky. Anyway, that's it for my toy by toy review of the Mego. I'll call it a DC action figure. And I think it's a good haul. I mean, it's $160 that I spent. I wouldn't say I wasted $160. It's a whole freaking set. It ends up being for 11, 12, 13. So because these two were quite expensive, it kind of bumped up my average of what was $9.30 to, I believe, around $11 or $12, which is still not bad, but it's a good haul anyway. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys on my other reviews. Bye.